Hey guys, welcome back to Clearview Driving. My name is Zaman and today we have another mock test with Mahwish.
Hi guys.
And this is the last mock test because tomorrow is your driving test. How are you feeling? I'm going to shut the door quickly. How are you feeling with that?
I think I'm quite calm. But
That's not a bad thing. Being
yeah,
calm
because
to
I've
it.
seen a lot of TikToks. There's this ex-examiner, I don't know his name.
Yeah, I know his name.
Yeah. He said, change your nerves to excitement.
Okay, good.
So I'm trying to do that.
That's good. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to just pop the sat nav on. I want you to just follow that and just deal with everything safely. Remember, I'm not trying to get you to drive perfect. You're allowed up to 15 minor faults. Just every time, if you go the wrong way, you go the wrong way. Don't try and change direction suddenly. This test is all about you driving safely, not perfectly.
Yeah.
Alright, so anyone that's new to watching these videos, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe, select the bell icon, and that's it, I think. Share, okay. Alright, it's really hot, let's get started, and then I'm going to turn the fans on because it's too hot in the car but cold outside. Okay, so I want you to just follow the sat nav, one manoeuvre, maybe the emergency stop. Oh, I forgot to do your question before we start.
No, can we do that like right now?
Okay. Alright, could you tell me when would you use your fog lights and how do you know they're on? And how do you
When the
turn them
weather conditions are bad.
Okay.
It's foggy outside.
Where are the fog lights and how do you turn them on?
These ones. No, not these ones.
Okay, what are you looking for?
This. No, it's this one.
Okay. Yeah. Got there in the end.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, thank you. Drive off when you're ready. So just following instructions from the sat nav, okay?
At the end of the road, turn left, then go right on the roundabout and take the second exit. Turn left, then go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
On this junction, Mahwish gets a steering control fault. So as we came out of this turn, you can see the corner on the left hand side is pretty sharp. So we needed to go out of this junction and then start to steer left. So the back tyre actually went over the curb as we came out. Mahwish needed to take a bit more care with her observation at the end of this road. She needed to wait for the traffic on the opposite side of the road to be clear before emerging.
200 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, then bear right. Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, then bear right. Bear right, then turn left. After 100 yards, turn left, A4127. Turn left. roundabout and take the third exit. Take the exit, then keep left.
So we're just keeping
Keep
left from here.
then turn left. Turn left.
As we turn left into this new road, there is a width restriction in front of us. Now, the whole idea behind a width restriction is to restrict the size of the vehicles coming down these roads, but ultimately to also slow you down. The best thing to do here is, after the last parked car, position over towards the left and straighten up as early as possible. Mahwish is positioning very late, which is why she has a bit of a hard time getting through.
That's scary.
As Mahwish was driving through the width restriction, she started to steer towards the right a bit too early, and the back right tyre did start to climb up towards the race part, which is why there was a bit of a drop as soon as we came out the other end.
At the end of the road, turn left, then take the second left. Turn left, then take the second left. Turn left, A4127.
At this crossroads, as we're turning left, we do have more priority than the vehicle opposite us, but you can see that they got there well before us and they may not have even noticed us. So be sure to look ahead as well as looking right and left. And you can see here, the vehicle in front went before us and Mahwish waited for them, which was the right thing to do.
Right on the roundabout and take the third exit towards Oxford. Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
Now, Mahwish does this roundabout really well, but let's look at how the lorry in front of us is taking the turn. You can see they're unable to stay in that middle lane correctly. So if you're ever close to a lorry, especially on a turn or on a roundabout like this, be really mindful. Mahwish is checking her mirrors as she's spiraling and gets into the left-hand lane on approach to her exit. As you can see, she has been alert of her surroundings at all times.
Take the exit. After 1.2 miles, take the exit towards Heathrow.
Although it took Mahwish a few attempts to operate the ancillary control, she maintained a good position in her lane throughout, as well as maintaining a good speed. When you're following directions from a sat-nav, it does give you instructions really early, as well as repeating the instructions when you're closer to the junction.
After 300 yards, go around the roundabout and take the 4th exit towards Greenford. Go around the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
Ahead of us, we've now got the 3rd exit, and the lane we're currently in is going to continue to spiral round. But unfortunately, Mahwish gets a serious fault here as she switches back in towards the right without checking her mirrors. Now on this occasion, it happened to be clear, but you want to make sure you're not doing this.
Just going around, isn't it?
There's 2 lanes on the exit.
So I can go there.
So on the exit in front of us, there are actually 2 lanes. Mahwish simply needs to stick to the right-hand lane on the exit and then move back towards the left when it's safe. As we're exiting, however, Mahwish does end up kiting over the edge of the left-hand lane as the lane's curved around, which caused the vehicle behind to use the horn.
After 100
And just move over
yards,
to the left
keep
when it's
left.
safe. Okay? Don't worry about the
Left.
horn there. We're actually holding your position on the road. I don't really understand why they were using the horn.
Okay, so that's one, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the road, turn right. Turn right.
Alright, so that's the end of your independent driving. I'm going to give you directions as normal from now on, okay? So we're not following the sat-nav anymore. At the roundabout, I'd like you to take the 2nd exit going straight ahead.
On approach to this roundabout, Mahwish doesn't slow down enough and she starts to look towards the right a bit too early. Now the island that's in the middle of the road sticks out in front of us completely as it's forcing us to start to go round towards the left. I had to take control of the wheel at this point.
Take the next road on your left, please. just pull into that space before the red car. We don't need to park in perfectly, just kind of in that space. So really slow it down. That'd be okay then, thank you. Okay, Mahwish, what I'd like you to do now, using this red car in front, I'd like you to demonstrate how you would carry out the parallel park exercise. So go into the road next to the vehicle, then reverse back and finish within 2 car lengths. And try not to touch the pavement as you carry out this exercise, staying on the road.
With the reverse parking exercise, because we're in the middle of the road and we want to reverse towards the left, you want to start checking from your right blind spot and over towards your left blind spot so that you're looking where you're reversing. Now, before you start to steer left, you want to make sure you have checked over towards your right again in case someone turns up, because at this point your car is about to swing into the road. Now, Mahwish does check the blind spot, but she checks quite late. And by this point, had somebody been there, this would have been a concern. Had she not checked at all, this would have gone down as a serious fault. Throughout this reversing exercise, Mahwish is using really tight clutch control to control the speed of the car. As we're going back, she starts to steer right a bit too early and the car starts to pull away from the curb, so she decides to go forward to restart. You can simply readjust, you don't need to restart the manoeuvre.
Can do it again.
Yeah. Thank you, secure the car. And you can switch off the engine as well. Alright, so that's the end of your driving test. How was your drive?
There was only one thing on the roundabout.
Where?
When I was looking, there was no one coming from the right. This roundabout.
Yeah.
I didn't notice how close I was getting there.
Yeah. You were approaching that a bit fast, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did have to use the steering wheel and I put the brake on
Yeah.
at that point.
It was just that,
Yes, there was
in my opinion.
that. There was that. Let's talk about another one that happened, which you kind of realised, but I didn't want to make a big
Oh,
point
the
of it.
roundabout.
The big roundabout.
It's just that roundabout. I think the first one was.
The first one was perfect.
Yeah.
Can't fault it. The second one, you were going round really nicely, and then halfway through, when you're coming up to the third exit, you're supposed to kind of
Wait, the
follow
target one.
Yeah, target. You're supposed to be following it outwards. You went back in, and that gave you a serious fault because you're not checking the right, and somebody could have been there. And then when you were in that lane,
Before, when I said.
before you said, "Oh, I'm in the wrong lane," you'd already switched because there's no mirrors to make that switch. So you shouldn't have been making that switch. You should have followed your lane, which was going outwards.
Was I in the wrong lane?
You were not in the wrong lane. You were just in the overtaking lane.
Okay.
2 lanes come off on that exit.
Yeah.
You were on the right lane.
Do you know what confused me?
Yeah.
She said Greenfield. I think I said this to you last time as
Yeah.
well. It says Hayes on the floor.
Hayes,
why-
Hayes is the next one. Because the lane you got into is for the A40, which goes towards Greenford, but because it's not like the main exit, it's not. They're not going to paint Greenford on the floor.
So I was in the right lane.
You were in the correct lane, yes.
Then what? Then I lost myself.
Kind of. When you exit from there, you were in the middle one, right? As you exit, just go towards the exit, but stay on the right,
I was just stay where I was.
which is where what you did. But yeah, ideally we want to be on the left, so that doesn't even happen.
So before I get to the 3rd exit,
You should have been on the left.
the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I
moved lanes
I thought
before
it was
that
the
point.
one before the exit.
At the penultimate. So at like the one before the exit, we should be on the left, which is where you should have been. Anyways, we'll talk about that
okay.
after. We'll talk about it. This maneuver here, what happened?
Oh, I did the wrong steering in the first one.
You did too much steering. And with your observation, I need you to check right then left. You keep looking here when you're steering left, but your car's swinging in the road. You need to be looking there.
But was it a bad parking?
Like you got there in the second one.
Yeah.
The first one could have been better. You get marked down for control and observation though. Minor on both. There was one junction I didn't like your observation right at the beginning. Our first T junction turning left, where the Monday is on your left, on your right, sorry. So we had a learner in front of us. The lady crossed the road. You went to the end of the road. Your right is completely empty, but again, what you're doing is you're looking at the right, thinking, oh, it's clear, I can go. And then you're turning left. There was a black BMW, I think, who was coming towards us. And you had to steer loads that your back tyre actually went on the pavement and dropped
Oh, I heard
off.
that. Yeah.
What should you have done there?
Go slower.
You should have waited for the cars from your left.
Oh, okay, fine.
We talked about that, didn't we, earlier?
Yeah, but is it not blocked?
The
Was it-
left-hand
I think I'm
side.
talking about the wrong road, but I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you shouldn't have gone with the cars coming from
Okay.
your left as well. Just let them come out.
Okay.
Look both ways the same. But honestly, that was a much better drive than you've done before. And don't let that one mistake, don't dwell on it. And obviously, it was a serious fault, but I didn't mention it at first. I just wanted you to carry on with it. You noticed the other serious fault, which is really good. But we're going to go and practice some more tomorrow. We'll get back to it. We'll go over those two.
Okay, but I think Greenfield was fine.
Greenford was beautiful.
So then with the...
That was really good. You were checking that left mirror nicely,
Yeah.
knowing that that's my lane.
But with the... Okay, so what did I do? I didn't get it. For the other one.
We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Let this finish first.
Bye, guys.
Okay, thank you. That's the end of today's mock test video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video and learnt a thing or two. But that's it from us today, guys. Thank you so much for watching.